Okay, confession time. Initially, I wasn't that excited for Donkey Kong Bananza. I know, it's crazy. I have never been much of a Donkey Kong fan. I've always been a Mario guy. Thus, I have always preferred both Mario's 2D and 3D adventures over Donkey Kong's. So after that Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which saw no reveal of a new 3D Mario game, but instead a new 3D Donkey Kong game, how did you think I reacted? Fuck, dude. We are never getting another 3D Mario game, dude. God damn it, dude. I wanted 3D Mario. I'm very ashamed of that. Very. I think this game looks fantastic, and while I would love to just gush about every single thing that makes this game appealing to me, that's for another time. Today, I wanted to reflect on a topic that was initially brought up when Bananza was first revealed, and with the recent Donkey Kong Bananza Direct, I think this topic has a lot more going for it now. Since it's been nearly 8 years since Super Mario Odyssey came out, many people, myself included, have been waiting for the next entry in the 3D Mario series. It could be a follow-up to Odyssey, Galaxy, or a new game, it doesn't matter. We've just been waiting for something, anything. And when Donkey Kong Bananza got revealed, almost everyone asked the same question. Is the Mario Odyssey team working on this game? And I was asking this question too, because if Donkey Kong Bananza was being worked on by the same guys who made Super Mario Odyssey, then what does that mean for the next 3D Mario game? How long will we have to wait until the next entry? Or is Donkey Kong Bananza the technical next 3D Mario game? It's a platformer and it features a character that appears in several Mario games. But not only that, several things in the game itself directly resemble aspects from Super Mario Odyssey, to the point where many people who got to play Bananza say that it feels like a sequel to Odyssey. Let's highlight some similarities we've seen to Mario Odyssey and Bowser's Fury as well, because why not? Immediately, I noticed that progression is super similar to Odyssey. In Mario Odyssey, you progress through the game by collecting power moons, and once you collected enough moons in a kingdom, you could power up the Odyssey to travel to the next kingdom. In Donkey Kong Bananza, the main collectibles are bananas that are scattered throughout each area. Of course, their functionality is a tad bit different from Mario Odyssey's, but the core idea is still intact. We also learned that Donkey Kong has a companion in this game, Pauline. Initially, we all thought it was this odd rock guy. That was until the Bananza Direct. Just kidding, it was leaked beforehand. Anyway, a lot of similarities can be drawn between Pauline and Cappy, specifically when it comes to power-ups. We all probably know by now that Cappy can capture enemies and other objects, granting Mario different abilities. But as we learned in the Bananza Direct, Pauline's singing can give DK different forms, which all allow him to perform actions he wasn't able to before. And then we have the underground areas to explore, which are these open playgrounds that have a ton of collectibles hidden throughout, just like the kingdoms from Mario Odyssey. And we can also see that Bananza has these 2D side-scroller throwback segments that resemble Donkey Kong Country, just like how Mario Odyssey had those 2D 8-bit segments. I could go on about how many similarities are shared between these two games, but I think it's also important to highlight some key differences. Other than the fact that it's Donkey Kong instead of Mario, I know, that's pretty obvious. The main gimmick of Bananza is being able to manipulate the terrain around you. You can dig through walls, rip out pieces of the ground, and attack enemies with it. You can even surf on broken bits of the ground. You can literally do whatever the hell you want with the environment, and it's awesome. Mario Odyssey did not have anything like this, and this is an aspect that would not at all fit with Mario's gameplay. But then there's the story. If you want to make the argument that this is a prequel to Super Mario Odyssey story-wise, then I could definitely see that. Pauline talks about wanting to become a professional singer and escape to the surface with Donkey Kong. And in Odyssey, we see just that, but minus the Donkey Kong, of course. But in terms of whether this is Nintendo's next 3D Mario platformer, I actually do not think that's the case. But that just begs another question: are they working on a 3D Mario game? And if they are, when's it coming out? And who's working on Bananza? Again, the Mario Odyssey team has been widely believed to be working on Bananza, to the point where people have even speculated that they were originally working on the next 3D Mario game before Nintendo ordered them to shift gears and work on a new Donkey Kong game instead. And while we do not have a solid concrete answer on anything, there is a credible interviewer known as Kiwi Talks who has stated that Bananza is being worked on by a faction within the team that worked on Mario Odyssey. Many of the younger developers on the Odyssey team grew up with the Donkey Kong Country games, so they wanted to work on a 3D Donkey Kong game. 3D Mario is still on the way, so if I had to guess, the main 3D Mario team is still at work on the next game, while a group within the team was working on Bananza. So basically, yes, it's the Odyssey team for both games. At least that's what I'm gathering from all of this. Well, with that, I guess there's only one final question to answer. When will the next 3D Mario game come out? Honestly, this might come as a disappointment to some people, but I don't think we're going to see another 3D Mario until holiday 2026 at the absolute earliest. Yes, I know that we don't have a good lineup of Nintendo games for the winter. That's why we need a summer Nintendo Direct. But I don't see Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever it is being a part of that lineup, mainly because we already got Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bananza, which are both more than enough to satisfy that Mario itch until the next game is ready. I think it would be really stupid of Nintendo to release a 3D Mario game right after a 3D Donkey Kong and a brand new open world Mario Kart game. Like, I think you should just let those games breathe for a while. So in short, no, I don't think Donkey Kong Bananza is going to be the next 3D Mario game in the sense that this is the long-awaited successor to Odyssey. In fact, I see Bananza as something to hold us over until we get that successor, but when I put it like that, I don't think I'm giving Bananza enough credit. This game looks absolutely fantastic, and from what I've heard, it's a lot of fun too, and I cannot wait to play it. So, let me know what you guys think about Donkey Kong Bananza in the comments down below, and do you think we will see a 3D Mario game in the next year or so? That's all from me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.